All right, guys. I'm doing something a lot of people are going to be probably upset about. I'm working on trying to figure out the best way to clean wheat pennies. Now, these aren't normal wheat pennies. These are wheat pennies I've metal detected that are very, very bad and not worth anything in the state they're in. I'm basically just trying to figure out a way, if at all, can I make these pennies look right and look good enough, you know, to where they just look real nice. And here I am, I'm trying a few different methods at once. And these are all just junky pennies, so I'm not really ruining anything. And, they're just worth copper basically at this point. This is vinegar and salt. This is lime and salt, Coke, peroxide, and olive oil. So far, these have all been here for 24 hours. I'm going to let the olive oil sit a little longer, but we're going to check out the rest of these right now. So here is the one in salt and vinegar for 24 hours. It actually came out pretty good on this side. This side's not too great. I've got two options. I can either let it sit another 24 hours, or I can scrub it with toothpaste and baking soda. I'm going to scrub with toothpaste and baking soda and just see what it does. If not, this guy right here is going to go in for another 24 hours and maybe even up to 48 hours just to see what it does. Okay, so after the baking soda and toothpaste scrub, it is a little shinier, but pretty much about the same. I think we're going to soak it for another 24 hours in the old vinegar and see what it does. The next coin is this 1942 wheat. And this one was soaked in peroxide, and so far it's kept good details. It's got a lot of gunk built up on this. So I'm gonna try the peroxide one more time and just see if I can get it to clean up better. So here was a 1945 wheat. I did this one in lime, and it actually worked really well. You can see where it wasn't fully submerged versus where it was. And it looks like this one kept a lot of details. It's got kind of a chalky look to it. I don't know if that's why exactly it did that. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of the baking soda polish, see if I can get that going on it. So here's what it looks like after the baking soda scrub. I mean, look at that. In comparison to what I normally dig up, look at that difference. That, in my opinion, that is a bonus. That's better, I think so far the lime is winning with a little bit of peroxide, toothpaste, baking powder scrub after. That's just me though. Hey guys, so this was the Coke penny, and to be fair, it was one of the worst ones. This is a 1918 wheat, so honestly, probably a little too old to be doing this on, but these are just some of the worst wheats that I have. And the Coke didn't really do it much good. I think I'm going to hit it with a little bit of baking soda and then go back in the Coke for 24 hours and see what that does. Hey guys, we're back for day 2 of coin experimenting. I also soaked this nickel last night. Now this nickel was brown and red, and it turned out really nice. So I put a buffalo nickel in there that I metal detected, and we're gonna see if that can make it look real good too. If that one turns out well, I might try a Victorian nickel I dug up. So here is the penny in the vinegar. I already rinsed it off. And it didn't really get much better. Honestly, it kind of got worse. So far, vinegar in 1 day is pretty good. 2 days, it crusts it a little bad. Well, here is the lime juice after 2 days. I will say too, I think I liked the first result of the 1 day of lime juice more, but in comparison to the 2 days in the vinegar, I think the vinegar was better after 2 days. Lime was better after 1 day. Now, for the peroxide, the details I think have worked the best at preserving it, but it's very slow and it is really not shining it up at all. Now the Coke, I think Coke's probably the worst method. I wouldn't use Coke. But right now, it's probably 1 day in the lime is the best option. You know, I might try these two in the lime for a day and see if it works on multiple coins, because you know every coin's different. And I'll also get you guys the result on that buffalo nickel. All right, guys, and we're to our final testing stage here. We got the buffalo nickel in the vinegar and the two other pennies in the lime. We're gonna see how they do. So these were the ones in the lime. They were the original Coke and peroxide pennies. It totally nuked them after just one day. So maybe the lime and the salt isn't very good. I'm not sure. So far I think the vinegar is definitely the best thing, and definitely 24 hours and no more. So I'm glad we figured that out. But we've saved the buffalo nickel, so let's get it out. All right, for the last one, this buffalo nickel turned out really nicely. The date came back. It's the 1917, and you know, I originally couldn't see the date on this. So do I think that that was a better choice? Yes, I do. I really do. The back didn't get as well because that's the part that was sitting down, but I might work on this piece a little more. I guess this video is going to be a little bit longer because now I'm going to try the V nickel. So here is my V nickel 1901. We're going to try soaking it and hope this one's for all the marbles, you know, because this is one of my favorite coins that I've dug up. I'm really hoping I can resurrect it. Anyway, I'll let you know. So guys, we just took this V nickel out, and I think it turned out really well. I mean, it doesn't pop the way I wished it would, but is it at least readable now? Yeah, I think that did a lot better. At least on nickels, I found that just plain old vinegar and salt will help your nickels. You can maybe do a little bit of lime on your wheat pennies, but wheat pennies, they're just wheat pennies. Comment below what you guys think worked best, or any other ideas that you want me to try. Thank you guys for watching.